Lesson 4, solving problems using the sine law. So when you read a word problem, it is important to fully read the question all the way through. So I'm going to fully read the question all the way through. So Toby uses chains attached to hooks on the ceiling and a winch to lift engines at his father's garage. The distance between the two chains attached at the ceiling is 2.8 meters. One chain is 1.9 meters long and the other is 2.2 meters long. The angle made between the two chains and the winch is 86 degrees. Determine the angle each chain makes with the ceiling. Just read the whole thing through. Then what I want you to do is to underline important information while you're reading. So Toby uses chains. That's not important at all. The distance between the two chains at the ceiling is 2.8. So I would underline that. One chain, so chain 1, is 1.9 meters. Underline that. The other chain is 2.2 meters. Underline that. The angle made between the two chains is 86 degrees. And we want to find the angle with the ceiling. So what I would do is circle what you want to find. So we want to find, so we're going to now draw a diagram. So we have two chains attached to a ceiling. And they got a big angle, so we call her big angle. So here's the chains. And we know that one chain is 1.9 and the second chain is 2.2. And between them is 2.8 on the ceiling. And in between them is a winch, which I don't really know what that is, but I'm assuming it's some kind of hook. And we know the angle made between them is 86 degrees. So we want to find this angle, and we want to find this angle. So we're going to use the sine ratio. And we want to find an angle, so this angle goes on top. So let's call this A, B, and C. So the sine of C is opposite of 1.9. And the side, we know the angle and the length is this one. So the sine of 86 over 2.8. Now we're going to multiply it by our denominator, which is 1.9. These will cancel. So sine of C will equal 1.9 sine 86 divided by 2.8. And we have to take sine to the negative 1 of that. So sine to the negative 1 of 1.9 sine 86 divided by 2.8. And you type this all in, and you should get to the nearest degree 43 degrees. And to find the last angle, which is A, you take 180 minus 86 minus 43, and you should get 51. So the angles made between the wall and the two chains is 51 and 43. You could also do it the other way and find this angle first. Doesn't matter what you do. You might get a slightly different answer due to rounding. Either is fine. Okay, measuring direction. So lots of times we measure north and south. So if you draw a compass, and this is north and this is south, east and west. If you wanted to draw north 30 degrees east, that means you're going north and then another 30 degrees this way. So it would be right here. So north 30 degrees east would look like this. South 45 degrees west would be south, then 45 degrees this way. That is how you measure that out. So, for example 3, the captain of a boat is delivering supplies to two lighthouses. His compass indicates that his lighthouse on the left, which is lighthouse A, is located north 30 degrees west, and the lighthouse on his right, lighthouse B, is located north 50 degrees east. He knows from his map that the two lighthouses are 12 kilometers apart, and he is 9 kilometers away from lighthouse A. Determine how much farther away the captain is from lighthouse B. So, read it through all the way first. Read it through again, and we should underline important details. So lighthouse A is north 30 degrees west, and lighthouse B is north 50 degrees east. He knows from his map that the distance between A and B is 12 kilometers, and he knows from A to him, to the boat, I better write boat, is 9 kilometers away. So we're going to draw this out. So first thing you should do is draw out north, south, east, west. And you have a little boat. Let's draw the boat here. Yep, that's nice. So lighthouse A is north 30 degrees west. So that means that this angle from here to here is 30 degrees. And this is lighthouse A. I don't know what a lighthouse looks like. Like that. So this is A. And from the boat to lighthouse B, we know that it's north 50 degrees east. So this is lighthouse B. And the distance between the two lighthouses is 12 kilometers, and the distance between the boat and A is 9 kilometers. So to draw this triangle out looking a little less silly, we have a triangle. This is A, let's call this C for the captain, and B. The entire angle here is 50 plus 30, which is 80 degrees. This is 9, and this is 12. We need to find side A, the distance between the boat and lighthouse B. So that means we have to find this angle first, because we know this side. So we're going to find angle B so that we can find angle A, so that we can find side A. So many steps. So sine of B over 9 is equal to, and we know this ratio, so sine of 80 over 12. We want to get rid of the denominator on the side with the variable, so we multiply both sides by 9. This cancels, and we're left with sine of B is equal to 9 sine 80 divided by 12, and because we're looking for an angle, we need to do sine to the negative 1 of 9 sine 80 divided by 12. Type this all into your calculator, and you should get 48 degrees. So right here is 48. To find angle A, we take 180 minus 80 minus 48, and you get 52 degrees. So now we know this angle. So using this angle, we are going to find side A. So A over sine of 52 is equal to, we already know the ratio between 12 and the sine of 80. Now we're going to multiply both sides by sine 52 to isolate A. This cancels, and we're left with A is equal to 12 sine of 52 divided by sine of 80. And I type that all into your calculator, and you should get to the nearest tenth of a kilometer, 9.6 kilometers. And the last step is to write a sentence. So the captain is 9.6 km from lighthouse B. And you're done.